Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another preview of the American Athletic Conference 2024 Football Edition. In today's episode, we will be focusing on the Tulane Green Wave under first year head coach John Summerall, who comes in from Troy with an impressive coaching track record. Last year's team finished 11-3 and went to the Military Bowl. During the season, they only lost one game against Mississippi and then lost in the AAC title game to SMU before going to their bowl game, which they also lost. They have a preseason power ranking of 71 and are listed as the 45th best team in the country in preseason polls. They are led by the projected first team offensive duo of running back Mekhi Hughes and wide receiver Mario Williams. Patrick Johnson will be the anchor on the defensive line, backed up by linebackers Jesus Machado and Tyler Grubbs. The team's four AAC road games this year will all be against teams that had losing records last year. They avoid UTSA and they get both South Florida and Memphis at home. So, how will they do this year? Let's take a look at the schedule. Week 1 is at home against Southeast Louisiana. The Green Wave is 7-0 versus Southeast, and the Lions were only 3-8 last year. This will be an easy home opener for Tulane. Week 2 will be tougher at home versus Kansas State, a preseason top 25 team led by quarterback Avery Johnson. Tulane will lose this game, though it could be closer than many may expect. The Green Wave will then travel to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Sooners, who many have as a preseason top 10 team. Tulane will take its second consecutive defeat and will suddenly be looking at a record of 1-2. They will then travel to Louisiana to take on the Raging Cajuns of the Sun Belt Conference. Although this team finished 6-7 last year, including a trip to the New Orleans Bowl, they are a vastly improved team in 2024. Unfortunately for Tulane, this game comes on the heels of two straight losses, and the Cajuns will make it 3 in a row for a Green Wave team that will suddenly try to work its way out of the slump. And they will bounce back in a big way with a season-saving win against conference power South Florida. A win the following week on the road in Birmingham against UAB will even their record at 3-3 before the bye week. A home victory against Rice, followed by road wins against North Texas and Charlotte, will make them bowl eligible when they take on Temple for their homecoming game, which they will also win. At 7-3 with no conference losses, things will be looking up for Tulane. But this is where their season and a shot at the conference title will go off the rails. They will travel to the Naval Academy, where they will lose. And then the following, after another bye week, they will lose at home to eventual conference champion Memphis. Tulane will finish with a record of 7-5 and will then regroup for another run at the conference title in 2025. That's it for this conference preview. Stay tuned to my channel for more conference previews and then in-season analysis on the American Athletic Conference.